Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video I'll be giving you my first impressions about the newly launched Samsung Galaxy S23 series. I was actually at the launch event in Bangalore, and sorry for the late video. I got a little bit busy with some family stuff, but now I had a little bit more time to think about this device, so let me share some of the information. And of course, I would say the highlight of the show was the Ultra, that is the S23 Ultra. In fact, last week I had asked you guys which was the smartphone that you're looking forward to the most, and many of you were commenting that it was the S23 Ultra. And in terms of looks, I would say it looked very similar to the S22 Ultra, but again, it's a lot of improvements under the hood. In fact, now I have got the device itself, but I can't talk too much about it. I've started testing it. I'll post the samples, etc., all those things on 9th February. That's the embargo for India. But let me quickly go over some of the thoughts and what they were presenting on it. And again, yes, the highlight was that 200 megapixel camera sensor on it, and yes, it's definitely an improvement, I would say. Again, wait for the samples that I'll post on 9th. And one thing I noticed is that even on the event, it's regarding the OIS. Yes, S23, S22 Ultra and all the others also had OIS, but I hugely feel that the OIS actually has improved quite a bit. In fact, earlier series used to just move, the lens used to move just about 1.5 degrees. Now it moves about 3 degrees. So it's a massive improvement, I would say. Even if your hands are a little bit shaky, the footage actually looks very good. And in fact, that translates also in 8K video. We had 8K video in a lot of smartphones earlier, but now I would say with this S23 Ultra, I feel finally you can actually shoot decent quality 8K video. So that was a big and also they were touting about, as you can see from the screenshot, they have a larger vapor chamber for cooling and all those things. And I would definitely say that even with the samples we had at the event, the device, when we were playing around continuously for 25 minutes, also the handset was not getting warm or something. So that's actually a big improvement, I would say. And that's all also thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, but I'll talk about that a little bit later, because this is not the standard Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. This is specially actually made by Qualcomm. As you can see, they call this the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. And these are actually slightly higher overclocked chips compared to the regular Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, both in the CPU and in the GPU. So slightly, and the good thing is that we get the same chip on the S23, S23 Plus and the Ultra. So it's not like just the Ultra is going to get that. So that way it was nice. And also again, they're talking a lot about the GPU improvements and all these things. Yes, gaming also, it does have, of course, it has the fastest Adreno GPU. So gaming is very good, and because of the vapor chamber, again, the heating is a lot less on this device. And they were again with every Samsung flagship, the screens were very, very good. It's the same case even with this one. And the good thing is that in terms of maximum brightness, all the three models go up to 1750 nits, and it's actually very good. Even in outdoor conditions, it's easily visible. And this screenshot gives you an overview about the camera differences. Again, the regular ones have a 50 megapixel camera, whereas the Ultra, the main camera, is that 200 megapixel, and you have higher zooms on the Ultra, of course. Now, before I give you a little bit more thoughts about it and the pricing info, here are some of the snippets that I took with other media personalities that were at the event. And guys, remember, this is all before the India pricing was released. Now we know the India pricing, I'll show you that. But here are some of the samples, shots that I took, mini interview kind of a thing from other YouTubers and other media personalities. So, okay, Rupesh is here, and you played around with the Ultra and everything for 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So what is one thing that you think this is like different on this one?
The most different thing is obviously the cameras, obviously. And I'm excited to test it out against the Pixel 7 and the new iPhones.
So camera, two things are there. Is it photograph or in video?
Mostly videos. See, iPhones have always been better in terms of videos, right? So I really want to see if the S23 Ultra can beat the iPhones in terms of videos. Okay. That's something that have kind of been on the lower side compared to iPhones. So that's something I'm really excited, because there's also now HDR support in 4K 60 FPS videos.
Video, they were talking a lot about the video.
About low light videos.
So we have to actually test it. We didn't play around with it. It's logged.
We haven't done anything.
So Goki is here. So Goki, what's your first reaction of the S23 Ultra? Let's talk about the Ultra, because that was the highlight. What is your first reaction? Big highlight.
There is not much of a change, like the main highlight is the camera.
Okay.
So I'll have to check that camera. देखते हैं कैसे perform
So
करता है.
camera, there are two parts, video and static photograph. So what are you looking forward to?
Static.
Static photograph.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, many of them were talking about the video. Let's see. But
Video like I'll have to check it out.
yeah, because here like we can't judge it here. We can't judge it. And what do you think about the pricing? कैसा रहेगा अल्ट्रा का?
Pricing तो like 1 lakh के ऊपर ही होगा.
No, the last one was 110. I think so.
110.
So this might be higher.
Maybe
like
5 or 10k.
We'll know it in a day or two, I guess.
Yeah.
Chalo, cool. Here Prasad is with us. So first impression of S23 Ultra. What is different that you feel in this one compared to the S22 Ultra?
Sides are little bit flat
Okay.
compared to S22 Ultra.
So what do you think? They're talking a lot about the camera. So what is the thing?
You need to check.
Yeah, that's what we
Yes.
didn't test. But do you
Clearly
think that video? They were talking a lot about the video
Video, yeah.
in the presentation. So that is something. Do you think that will be important?
For us, it is important. Most of
Yeah, that's the
it
thing.
is not the issue.
So, but again, that's what we have to test it because here, in this,
Yeah, here we
can't
can't
test it.
We
That's
can't
the
test
thing.
it. We have to test it.
So
out.
you're keeping your whatever judge. No comments right now. Very politically answer you are giving, right? Okay. Got slow here at the airport. He's heading to Delhi, but yesterday could catch it. A lot of rush over there. So glimpse. You got the glimpse of the device. थोड़ा बहुत खेला.
अब आपको हल्का फुल्का ट्राई कर लिया
And this color is good actually. The green one.
ये वाला ग्रीन वाला अच्छा लगा
So what is one thing that you, let's talk about the Ultra because Ultra is the whole focus. Because I ran a poll 2 days ago, everybody was talking about Ultra. Now the pricing is out, that's a different thing. But what do you think about that?
मतलब ऐसा कुछ बचा नहीं है और ऐसा इनोवेट करने के लिए
Okay.
तो ऐसा कंपनीज के पास दे ओनली हैव लाइक स्नैपड्रैगन नेक्स्ट वेरिएंट लगा दिया 8 Gen 2 लगा दिया एंड बाकी सारी कैमरे उसमें बैटरी में चार्जिंग में और क्या ही और ऐड करेंगे ऐसा हम कम चीजें बची हैं बट ऐसे है कि कैमरे में पूरा मेहनत करेंगे
Yes.
देयर वाज अ फीडबैक एंड इट शोज
Okay.
We have tested.
You played on with the video? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the video performance. I didn't
Video-
actually test out, I didn't get that much time to test it out yet. I'll do it when I go back to this video. So what do you think?
Video is, I would say, it has been greatly improved from the previous variant.
Okay.
Like there is a very
Because that was one big thing that was missing, I think.
Android smartphones में definitely I would say still missing in a lot of smartphones.
Okay.
But I would say it is matching a standard. You can shoot vlogs with it.
Okay. So that was pretty interesting. And now we know the pricing we'll talk about. But okay, storage, I wanted to know, tell you guys that if you're just going for the base Samsung Galaxy S23, the base storage starts at 128 gigabytes. Whereas for the S23 Plus and the Ultra, the base storage is 256 gigabytes. And also in terms of the storage type, if you're getting the 256 gigabyte variant of storage, that's UFS 4.0. Whereas the base variant of the S23 that comes with 128 gigabytes is UFS 3.1. UFS 3.1 is still very, very fast. But again, with the Ultra and the S23 Plus, we are getting that UFS 4 storage is blazingly fast. And this is also having LPDDR5X RAM on all the devices. So general performance is actually very, very good on these devices. And again, I can't show you the samples as of now, but definitely I would say in terms of camera performance, they have done a lot. And I would say the chip is also helping because the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in terms of AI is also a lot more refined, and it has actually triple ISP if I recall, and there's a lot of computation in real time which was not possible in earlier phones. Hence even some of the tricky stuff like portrait video and stuff we have seen in a lot of smartphones. Here it actually comes out very, very good, and the camera samples were good. Another again, I'm still testing this device, so I can't comment exactly with the figures, but the initial experience, I would say the battery life is also fabulous. That was always my worry with these flagships. They just didn't give that good battery life, but here I would say battery life is again a big improvement, and certainly way improved compared to the S22 Ultra. And also I didn't face any as I told you, heating issues because of the bigger vapor chamber and generally the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. And now let's talk about the pricing. Let's talk about the big brother. That's the S23 Ultra, and as you can see, the pricing has increased quite a bit. The last version was around 1,10,000 or something. This is almost 1,25,000, so certainly a bump, I would say. But on Amazon, I was checking, as you can see with the screenshot, with various credit cards like SBI, ICICI, HDFC, you can get 8,000 rupees off. So if you're planning to, I don't know how long these offers are there, because these are launch offers. So if you're definitely going with this, go with that. And for the Ultra and stuff, if you pay a little bit more, if I recall, 5,000 rupees more, you can get the Galaxy Watch 4 LTE and even the Galaxy Buds 2. And I feel that is a very good deal. If you're always looking for those devices for that 5,000 rupees extra, I feel that's a good deal. So definitely, if you're planning to buy it, take advantage of these offers. I don't know that 8,000 rupees off offer is applicable how long. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link of Amazon India also here, and also the Samsung's official link. Samsung had sent me, because this is a ReviewNet official link. I'll also link that. And regarding the pricing of the S23 Plus, this has increased to 95,000. But as I've told you, the Plus comes with 256 gigabytes of storage. The S23 regular is about 15,000 rest. So that was regarding the pricing. Yes, certainly the pricing has increased quite a bit. I was expecting, yes, a pricing bump. About what do you say, about 9 to 10,000. So I was expecting about 120 to be frank, and with offers and all this time, it would have come around to about 112, 113. But yeah, it's slightly on the higher side. But that's what it is. So I don't know. I can't talk too much about the performance of this device and all those things. So stay tuned to the channel. I will be posting a video on 9th afternoon whenever the embargo is lifted. There I can talk a lot about this one. And certainly I would say I'm currently testing the S23 Ultra, and it has been actually impressing, using it with my primary SIM for the past 2 days. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.